Welcome to this week's Athlete Feature. This week I'm joined by the Russian Demitri Fogg. Demitri, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
So we've obviously been following your journey for some time, at least I have as well. We've traveled together overseas as well for the World Champs. Just tell us what your MMA journey's been like. It's obviously a long time coming. You've been doing this for quite some time. Just give us a bit of your history in the game.
So basically I started MMA 8 years ago. It started actually out with me walking to a Planet Fitness and seeing a MMA competition board, and I was like, okay, been doing martial arts since I was 5. Let's sign up and see how it goes. Got my ass handed to me and then joined the gym that was Shido and took the game from there. From there I grew up in the MMA field, working on my ground game, trying to improve my stand-up even more. That turned around and left due to work issues. From there I followed up and went through to World of Warriors, followed the team. When Arnu left Shido, kind of the animosity came up and we left to World of Warriors. World of Warriors then was my home for quite some time. Unfortunately, that closed down and I moved over to Team CIT, and that's where I am training at the moment.
And obviously you've gone through a lot of development. We know that you fought as an amateur for quite some time, then got into Team South Africa, fought at the Africa Open, then fought at the World Championships. Tell us what that experience was like.
It's really different. Competition fighting versus normal fighting is very, very different. The guys don't really like brawling. It's something I'm used to. So the biggest thing that was adaptation to is the wrestling and ground game. Something I had to work on and look at, and I think going into the African Opens the second time around actually showed the development that I had to have and do for the sport.
And then going to the World Champs, obviously we traveled together to the World Championships in Bahrain. It's a big step up. I think it showed me that the difference between what we think an amateur should be and kind of what amateurs are out there. How did that influence your decision to remain an amateur and carry on with that journey?
Reason being why I carried on with that journey is looking at guys like Benjamin Bennett. Benjamin Bennett's got over 30 amateur fights before he even decided going pro. And it's something to strive for. That week is 5 fights that goes onto your record. And it's something that you learn a hell of a lot more. It's a lot more exposure. You've got your guys from international fields, different ball games, totally different. In South Africa, you can always do homework on the guy you're fighting and who you're fighting. Once you go over to Bahrain, it's a bit difficult. You either know who you're fighting the day before. When the draw comes, you can't exactly go and do much of homework within a day. So it really, really makes a difference to the game.
And then also, we were in Bahrain together when Grant and I were discussing the searching for a scrap idea back then. It's now gone through 2 seasons. Obviously, you've watched some of that as well. Season 3 is now on its way, welterweight. What was your opinion when you heard the announcement of a welterweight division?
Well, it was a touch and go. Reason being is I've been fighting at middleweight for quite some time. Did All African at Worlds at light heavy, and came back and did Africans this year at middleweight. So it's a bit of a cut for me to make 77, but it's really something I'm looking forward to, and watching season 1 and 2, it's something going to be really, really good to be a part of.
And then obviously the one dynamic that no one gets to see is the filming. So obviously you're going to have to run around and film yourself and be in front of the camera. Tell us what your thoughts are ahead of that now.
Well, it's slightly different. You generally do take videos and films and that in terms of sponsorship and trying to grow the sponsorship side of things. So this is just basically more exposure, more time and effort into that recordings. So it's something more than what I'm used to, but it's something I'm willing to do, obviously, because you're going to grow your sponsorships. You're going to grow everything that helps you develop in the sport is going to grow through that recordings.
And then another thing that we're all going to see, obviously, is you train at Team CIT. You train with a lot of guys that people will know, Jeremy, Drickus, Michiel, all these kind of guys. Just give us a bit of an insight of what it's like to train in a gym like that, week in, week out.
So basically, the only time we really get to train with the pros is on a Friday. It's your pro sparring. But during the week, we train under Marino. Something really good. Got guys like Alan, who's also in the show, JT. We've got Drickus here and there that comes and helps us out as well. And then you've got Doe, Stefan, those guys who were amateurs, who've gone pro. Some have some pro fights, some don't. And I must say, it's a big difference. People don't understand the sparring behind on the pro side. It really, really makes a difference. And if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get your ass handed.
Well, there you have it, guys. The first contestant we speak into for season 3 of Searching for a Scrap, going after that pro contract. Lots for us to look forward to from this man. If you want to just give your Instagram handles, social media handles where people can follow that journey with you as well.
So you guys, there's a Facebook page you guys can follow me on. It's Demitri the Russian Fogg, and that is @the Russian Fogg. And same with Facebook. Oh, sorry, my apologies. Instagram is also at the Russian Fogg, and my Twitter handle at this stage is at Demitri Fogg. Guys, give me a follow and follow my journey.
Well, there you have it, guys. We're going to be seeing a lot of Demitri in the upcoming 3 months for the next season. Stay tuned, and we'll keep you up to date.